Streetwear was never about clothing, it was about identity, belonging, scarcity, community, and most importantly, it was about people wanting to wear something before the rest of the world even understood it. And that's why some streetwear brands became culture, while others became just another hoodie brand. Today we are going to look at top 10 streetwear brands in Canada and more importantly, what startup founders can learn from each of them. Hi, I'm Karan Bose, founder of Hula Global. Over the last 15 years, we had the opportunity and privilege to work with over 200 brands across the world. These brands were ranging from startups launching their first collection to established brands running multi-million-dollar sales channel. And honestly, streetwear is one of the most misunderstood category in fashion, because when most people think about streetwear, they are thinking about oversized hoodies, graphics, hype, sneakers, all those things. But the real streetwear success is actually built on positioning, community, inventory control, and the cultural timing. So in today's video, which is based on a blog article, top 10 streetwear brands in Canada, we will break down the brands shaping Canadian streetwear and the business lessons you as a fashion founder can learn from each of them. So without wasting time, let's get to it. Now, before I start talking about Canadian brands in streetwear, I want to take a step back and explain you why Canadian streetwear is different and how. So Canadian streetwear has evolved very differently compared to the American streetwear. In the US, a lot of streetwear emerged from skate culture, surf culture, hip hop, sneaker communities. But in Canada, there was one more layer. That was functionality, thanks to the cold weather. Layering, heavyweight fleece, outerwear. This is how the Canadian streetwear evolved. And that's why many Canadian streetwear brands develop strong product fundamentals, not just graphics. And honestly, this creates long-term sustainable business.
One, OVO. Probably the most globally recognized Canadian streetwear brand today, founded around the cultural influence of Drake and Toronto's music scene. But here's the founder lesson. OVO didn't just sell clothing, it sold access to a cultural identity. That's what great streetwear does. 2. Riding Champ, one of the most respected Canadian brands in premium basics and heavyweight fleece. No loud graphics, no excessive hype, just exceptional product quality. And this is important. In streetwear, there are two paths: culture-driven hype or product-driven loyalty. Reigning Champ mastered the second. 3. Peace Collective, a strong example of community-first streetwear. The brand blended national identity with contemporary casual wear, and community itself became marketing. That's an important lesson for founders. People wear streetwear partly to signal belonging. 4. Raised by Wolves, one of the most respected independent Canadian streetwear labels. Strong collaborations, limited drops, distinct visual identity. This is where scarcity becomes strategy. Not every product should always be available. 5. Dime, born from skate culture in Montreal, and this is what makes authentic streetwear powerful. It usually begins with a subculture first and product second. That authenticity compounds over time. 6. Livestock, part retailer, part culture platform. Livestock became important because distribution itself became influence, and many founders underestimate this. Retail positioning shapes brand perception. 7. NRML, one of Canada's earliest sneaker and streetwear destinations. Streetwear has always been deeply connected to sneaker culture, and sneaker culture operates on scarcity, exclusivity, and timing. Those same mechanics now define modern fashion drops. 8. Muttonhead, focused on locally made essentials and small batch manufacturing. This is another important founder lesson. You do not need global scale immediately. Small loyal communities can sustain profitable brands. 9. Frank & Oak, now technically not pure streetwear, but it influenced the intersection of minimalist streetwear and modern essentials in Canada. This is where streetwear matured beyond graphics into lifestyle positioning. 10. Aritzia, again, not traditionally streetwear, but brands under the Aritzia ecosystem heavily influenced modern casual wear aesthetics globally. Wikipedia and modern streetwear today increasingly overlaps with athleisure, minimal basics, luxury casual wear, and elevated essentials.
So here's what most fashion founders misunderstand when it comes to streetwear. They think if I create good graphics, good Instagram account, I hire influencers, I will have a streetwear brand. But that's not the reality. Streetwear is fundamentally a community business. Your customers are not just buying fabric or hoodies from you. They are buying identity, they are buying belonging, they are buying signaling. And that's why many technically better products fail while culturally relevant brands can explode. And let me say something controversial here. Most streetwear brands do not fail because of bad design. They fail because of inventory planning. They overproduce, they underestimate the cost of customer acquisition, they are chasing trends and the fads, and most importantly, they run out of cash even before their community starts compounding. And this becomes dangerous because streetwear drop creates emotional optimism. As a founder, you would think, if this sells out, I made it, which is not the right way. A brand becomes real when there are systems and processes in place. So what you can learn from these brands: if you are planning to launch your own streetwear brand, you have to understand these 5 things. Number 1, community matters more than clothing. This is so true, especially in your early days. The audience that you create is going to have that brand narrative that they will take forward. Next, scarcity is powerful, but at the same time dangerous. Artificial scarcity without demand will eventually collapse, so don't try to create that artificial scarcity. Product quality compounds over time. So especially in basics and overweight categories like hoodies and overweight tees, your product quality is going to compound. Number 4, streetwear is operationally difficult because trends are moving very fast. Your inventory has to also follow the trend. The strongest brands in streetwear, they evolve beyond the hype. Eventually your product fundamentals must carry the business, not the hype. So if you want to study these brands in detail, I'll link the article in the description, top 10 streetwear brands in Canada. You can go and check that link out. If you're visiting our website hulaglobal.com, there are plenty of other startup resources like fabric guides, checklists, and a bunch of other material that you will find useful. Make sure you are using as much resources as possible. And if you found this video valuable, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and definitely if you are starting or planning to start a fashion brand of your own, I would highly recommend checking our fashion business masterclass. This is a 90-minute masterclass that gets into the details and technicalities of running fashion business. Thank you so much. I'm Karan Bose, founder of Hula Global, and I'll see you in the next video.